You're all standing around the Braintree.
Yes! Braintree!
Alternating sunflowers, begonias. Holding hands. Controlling your breathing. Eleanor Clock keeps opening her eyes and looking around. She's nervous. She whispers to get your attention. This isn't like our first away game.
No, it's going to be wild.
Just be ready for anything, Eleanor, okay?
Okay. The branches of the huge red maple stretch over your head, a cooling shield against the midday sun. You've been here before, but that doesn't make it any less exciting. And then it begins. The light from the leaves, the fog of pollen. You're still holding hands.
As a team.
Eleanor Clock is humming to stay calm. And then you all breathe in. Hesperus Station, in orbit around the planet Venus. The sunflowers and begonias are arranged in a firing line in the station's main conference room, clutching plasma rifles and staring at the alien breaching pod that slammed its way through the station's outer hull, inner hull, and wood paneling of the conference room. From the hole, a chittering. Then the swarm. Chat, I need the name of the begonia's center fielder.
Oh my god.
I ask because that center fielder fires, and one of these aliens, a cockroach the size of a hubcap holding a space knife, is sheared in half. You hear in the sky, kill count 1. What do you do?
Do they have a mind?
Hive mind.
They have a hive mind.
I would like. Sorry. Yes. Okay. I would like to give them a new personality.
2d6 plus weird.
Okay. It is a 13.
Oh my
And what was that personality in a word?
Let's go with how about we're in a spaceship?
Uh-huh.
Could the new person
Space station.
Space station?
In geostationary orbit, if you're curious.
Oh, okay. One word?
One word.
One word is outdoorsy. They want out.
Alexis Clash, the center fielder for the Begonias, and one of the best players on the team. The second one of these cockroaches bursts in. Quick shot with the plasma rifle, the thing explodes. She looks at the sunflowers. Try to keep up. And at that point, Mindy, a haze comes over your eyes. And all of a sudden, the giant space cockroaches turn around and start sprinting back into their pod, which explodes. Begonias kill count 1. Sunflowers kill count 314.
Try to keep up.
Everybody 2d6 plus cool to not get vented into the inky blackness of space.
Oh,
Makes sense. Makes sense.
plus cool.
Oh yeah. 10, baby. No! This is only a romp!
I rolled a 6.
Inning 1 is now an outing. Darby and Mindy, you know what death feels like now. Sunflowers 1, Begonias nothing.
Oh my god! You know what that feels like.
Second inning.
Oh, wait.
And before I say what I'm about to say, keep in mind you're all wearing headphones that tether you to where you're sitting. Keep that in mind. You have 60 seconds to find paper and a writing implement and draw a self-portrait. The clock starts now.
I
Mindy.
check underneath me.
Oh.
Mindy, use your book.
Oh, I mean real life.
Oh.
You are at 50 seconds.
What are we drawing? What? Hold on.
A self-portrait.
Okay.
40 seconds. Chat, if you want to play along and post your own self-portraits in the Discord. Terrific. 15 seconds.
Burger playing sword.
10 seconds. Time. Let's see him. Inning 2 is now an outing. Sunflowers 2, Begonias nothing.
Yes!
A salt gray highway stretches towards the horizon of the windswept desert. Sunflowers, are you one and large or small but many?
One and large.
Large. Yeah.
Yeah.
What used to be a fire truck in the before times is now an armored war machine, barreling towards the fortified encampment. On its tail are motorcycles, and on them are warriors wielding the crude weapons of an unforgiving future. Sunflowers, the Begonias are on those bikes, with a snarling Begonias captain holding a yield sign over her head like a shield. Beat them to the camp or blow them up. Your choice.
We don't blow them up.
Yeah, we're beating them to the camp.
Pump it.
Okay, I pump it.
All right, Zlobs, you're pumping it.
Yeah, by of course pumping it. Obviously, this is an old fire truck. So there's a propellant inside the water tank on board, and I'm spraying it behind us to increase our acceleration.
Yeah, so you are you're essentially activating the armored war truck's afterburners.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to call that 2d6 plus sharp. 8, partial success. Okay, I'm going to give you a choice. It's going to so your goal, if you're trying to beat them there, is to get, let's say, 2 successes worth of lead. 2 successes worth of lead over them. Once you hit 2, you succeed. Mm-hmm. So your partial success is this: 1, it works, and you get a let's call it a raise of lead, 1 stage of lead, but it explodes, and whoever rolls next rolls at a -1. So that's one option. Mm-hmm. The second option is it does not work to increase your lead, but some of the Begonias behind you are now coated in jet fuel.
Ooh, as someone who has a propensity for explosions, option 1, please.
Got it. So, you kind of pull the emergency plate off, mm-hmm. and there's this kind of key hidden under the dashboard. Mm-hmm. You kind of reach in and turn it, and then all of you are just kind of braced back in your seats or battle harnesses or wherever it is that's tethering you to the war machine. And you just take off like a shot. After about 5 seconds, the back of the fire truck explodes, blowing off pieces of armor everywhere. Oops. But you have now extended a lead. Who's going next?
I know what I want to do. I want to drop off the back of the truck and basically just use my wings, kind of like I've done with water before, but to try to just to basically flap them really strongly in place so that dust and dirt and pebbles and things just start flying at the Begonias, just messing with their their wheels and their aerodynamics.
Got it. That sounds good. That sounds like I'm going to call that an act under pressure roll. Because you're not necessarily doing damage. You're trying to do something really cool. So 2d6 plus cool, and I will give you a -1 because you are dealing with the fact that the air is now thick with acrid smoke from an explosion.
-1?
Yeah.
8.
8. Okay, partial success. So, yeah, describe what this looks like.
So we pop open the back of the truck as Zlobs accelerates forward, and then I just burst out afterward and hovering kind of just a few feet in the air, just start going pumping up, and then there's just a swirl of dust and pebbles that just start flying into the goggled eyes of begonias and into the wheels.
Gotcha.
Like a little dust storm.
Yeah, like it kind of picks up from the blasted earth and, chunks of shrapnel from some forgotten war and bits of sand and dust start kind of going and swirling. A couple of the war bikes kind of peel off and they're trying to kind of execute a pincer maneuver by getting out from under this. But a lot of the bikes just kind of get stuck in it and there's coughing. And you see a couple of the bikes kind of tumble over with no one on it. Let me pull another real good name here.
What's everyone's apocalypse name?
Good question.
Stocks.
Bonds.
Nice.
Apocalypse name.
Because the apocalypse, you gotta have a cool name.
Yeah. The Flame.
Yep.
Big knife.
Big knife. In my mind here, there is somewhere because all of you are in, I don't want to call them uniforms. You're in the armor of the post-apocalypse. And somewhere, Mindy, on your armor is your war sigil, which is just like a big white knife. One of the motorcycles explodes, and kind of hurled from it is starting first base person Rebecca Dyson Sphere, who, as she kind of like arcs through the air, she stops in the sky, maybe 20 feet up, and kind of holds out her hands and appears to be pulling in power from the sun. Because you rolled a partial success, you don't lose ground, but your choice. Rebecca Dyson Sphere is going to attack you somehow, and I leave it up to you to tell me what she's going to do. So, what's Rebecca Dyson Sphere going to do to this truck, Sunflowers?
She said
harnessing the sun.
Yeah, harnessing the sun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to use the reflection of the sun to try and melt our tires.
I love it. So, so Rebecca, actually, we do have some Rebeccas, and I'm going to take a slight slight artistic liberty to try to limit overlap in first names as best I can. So her nickname is Bex. Bex Dyson Sphere is now in the sky, and she starts kind of like images of her or mirror images of her kind of start replicating around her in a fractal pattern, and it kind of creates this big concave lens. And all of a sudden, you all smell the unmistakable smell of burning rubber.
Uh-oh.
Morgan, Mindy, neither of you have gone yet. What do you want to do to stop your tires from exploding?
All right. Zlobs.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bonds.
Yeah.
Take a sharp left and then a sharp right to get back on the road.
Okay. Ha! Ha!
As soon as the sharp left happens,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast an illusion on the road to be like a giant rock, and it's gonna be very close to their vehicle.
Oh, I
Illusion
love
magic.
it. 2d6
Ooh.
plus weird.
10.
Yeah, you kind of like go and make this big, and you're bouncing through the desert. One of your rear tires definitely explodes at this point, but the rest of them are holding strong. You get back onto the road. The dust from Darby's windstorm is starting to clear, and all of a sudden, the begonias on their war bikes are standing face to face with an enormous rock. They all start screaming. They pull out into the desert. I'm going to say that's enough. You make it to the fortified camp. Sunflowers 3, begonias nothing. Inning 3 is now an outing. The 4 of you are wearing big aprons and fancy white hats. You're in a candy workshop and need to make delicious candy. What is it?
Peach rings of destiny.
Peach rings of destiny. What else are you making?
Hair.
Hair.
Angel hair.
Angel hair.
Out of candy.
Mhm.
Candy
What
angel
else?
hair. Sugar water taffy.
Sugar water taffy. And finally,
circus peanuts. No one knows how they're made, so if we can pull it off, it's going to be amazing.
I agree. Unfortunately, the begonias have made Nleco wafers and a candy knife. Sunflowers 3, begonias 1. Inning 4 is now an outing.
That's fair. That's fair.
I need one volunteer from the group.
I volunteer.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors. Best 2 out of 3 in front of everyone you've ever met. Ready?
It's a lot of people.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
This is uncanny.
Rock,
one.
paper, scissors, shoot. Inning 5 is now an outing.
Yeah!
Sunflowers 4, begonias 1. The loudest applause you've ever heard has come from the stadium, which contains literally millions. The 4 of you are in a circular chamber. It is larger than a classroom, but smaller than a lunchroom. In the middle of the chamber is a pedestal, and on it is a red button. Hanging from the ceiling above the button is a neon sign. Press to blow up other team.
I pressed the button.
No, Zlobs!
No.
Zlobs,
Yeah.
2d6 plus tough.
Tough. All right. Yeah. Tough that button. Well, 10. Man.
Oh.
Morgan, Mindy, and Darby. Zlobs presses the button first. What happens?
Zlobs ascends.
Zlob ascends.
Where'd he go?
Up.
Slabs?
Oh.
Yeah, Zlobs ran forward. Like, literally, just boom, you're all in a room. You're all staring at each other. And Zlobs sprints forward and presses the button, and then boom, he ascends. And everyone else is just kind of staring and, like, looking up at the ceiling and looking at each other.
Does that mean someone else... This is to the group. Does that mean someone else blew up? Did
I don't-
Zlobs save himself to blow someone else up? Because I don't think that's right.
No, nobody else pressed the button yet. I think it might be.
Fox
I think it might be
presses
some
the
kind of.
Oh.
Oh,
What happens to Fox when Fox presses the button?
Fox ascends.
Fox ascends.
oh, come on!
That's 2.
You shouldn't have told them what to do.
Oh.
I'm trying to be a leader. No one can press this button, or we're gonna just be picked off one by one.
I pressed the button again, but from the ascension.
Okay, everybody, what happens?
Another teammate ascends.
Oh my god.
There goes Eleanor.
Oh, Lenore.
Eleanor
Yeah, it was
what
gonna
is?
be
I didn't
Eleanor.
pick this.
Okay, for real, nobody clicked the button because
I'm gonna pull the button.
pull it,
No.
pull it up.
I don't know.
Zlobs descends.
No. What? I was so happy.
What did you
I
say?
pressed the button.
Zlobs, you ascend.
No, I pressed the button. I want to know what it's.
Darby.
Darby ascends.
Darby, this is so unreasonable.
Is any of our other teammates pressing the button?
No, but either Zlobs or Foxes from the other side, so like 3 or more sunflowers.
Oh
God.
Kit! Stanley!
Okay, it's just it's just us. It's just
Yeah.
us left.
Okay, stay strong, Mathers. We got this.
It's I'm nervous not being with the rest of my team.
Slowly, a finger descends on the button, covered in Cheeto dust.
Slobs, please don't do this.
The bomb.
Please don't, Slobs.
Which one of you ascends, Morgan or Mindy?
I ascend.
Mindy, you have ascended. Morgan, it is you alone with the button and all of the begonias.
All right. I go up to the button. I put my hand on it. Take one giant sigh. And start pulling it as fast as I can. I do it one.
Morgan, you at least need to take a chance. You need to take a turn up there.
Well, as long as you promise to bring me back down.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, I press the button.
I unplug the button.
Slobs.
You press it, it is unplugged.
Oh no, Morgan's
The connection
ascended.
has been severed. Sunflowers 4, begonias 2. Inning 6 is now an hour.
We really
the
missed that
Boston
puzzle.
Garden, you're at home plate. It's a home run derby, except the ball weighs 20 pounds. First
not a
team to
problem.
hit one out wins.
Easy.
What do you do?
We put
Hit it.
Darby up to plate.
Yeah, Darby up to bat.
All right. To physically hit a 20-pound ball out of the Boston Garden is going to be a 2d6 tough roll, but given the near physical impossibility of this, is going to be a -4.
Okay.
2d6 plus tough.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got this.
Those are good odds.
Yeah.
Plus. Wait, it was -4?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 10.
Did you roll a 12? Did you roll a 12? Yeah! That's why she's the slugger.
That's why she
Yeah.
beat the Ivy.
That's why she bats fourth. Clean up.
I want all of you to tell me the tale of what this looks like. Maybe one sentence each. Build for me the story of how in heaven's literal name this happens.
It was
Okay, so the begonias, as soon as we get here and the begonias realize what the challenge is, they all look at each other kind of daunted, and they're all looking from one to another, and they don't really know who to put up to plate. So they decide that they're going to try and sort of come up with a strategy. So while they were in the corner sort of like seeing how they could get 3 people to hold a bat at once, Darby steps up all alone, and they all kind of like, huh. Like they all kind of give like a little laugh at her.
And then a giant like pitching machine, like the pitching machine, but
Mhm.
bigger, is rolled out to the plate, standing over like the stands. Story's hot tie. It beeps menacingly and loads a 20-pound blaseball.
as it's shot out of the cannon, it sounds like a literal comet headed straight for Darby O'Darcy and her bat.
And it is. It's headed straight for Darby O'Darcy and her bat. But Darby O'Darcy and her bat are headed straight for that 20-pound ball. I run past the plate toward it. jump,
It's like a slap.
hit it. Just a normal swing, but running at it.
The skies
flies.
open up. Angels come down.
Yeah. The
Not even
bat started
summoned.
flaming as she started running, like as if it was just gaining that much speed.
Pitching machine in flames.
Despite the fact that it was sunset, it looked like daylight for just a moment.
Mm-hmm. And then the entire team runs around all of the bases with me.
Inning
And
7 is now an outing. Sunflowers 5, Begonias 2. You're Hollywood executives and you need to make a summer blockbuster.
Oh, no.
What's the movie called?
Can't.
Ska time? Can't.
Ska Time. Awesome. Who are you casting in Ska Time?
Nick Winkler.
Obviously, Nick Winkler.
Yep.
Nick Winkler's in it.
And Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro. Someone give me a nice kind of sizzle sentence for the poster.
Who would have thought these two could ska?
Describe the poster.
It's the two of them standing back to back on the poster, and they're each like holding like a brass instrument in their hand.
Yeah,
Now, this movie,
and De Niro's wearing like a nice suit, and Nick Winkler's in like all plaid and like elbow patches and like ripped jeans and like wearing a jacket that's all covered in like other like real big fish patches.
And
Yeah,
but he has a fedora on, but it has his number on it.
Yeah.
His jersey
just
number.
sort of your classic sort of like buddy musician movie where kind of an unlikely pair has to work together for Battle of the Bands, and the only thing that can save people's like belief in the music is the sounds of ska.
Mhm.
Yeah, and like the tagline is pick it up this fall.
Nice. Now, the original soundtrack was written, written, composed, recorded by a very popular band. What is that band?
Ska-pay.
One more time.
Ska-pay.
What?
That's just a ska. That's just a real ska band.
Oh,
Okay.
Yep. Fantastic. Now, you're all there. You've workshopped this. The script is looking pretty good. The stars are signed on, but you're all in a boardroom one day. You're trying to figure out the day's problem. There's some kind of issue with the production. What is it?
Yeah, go ahead.
The public doesn't like ska.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. This would have been brilliant when ska was really cresting at apogee, but now ska is in a nadir of public acceptance. So, Morgan, what is the plan to try to get this movie into theaters with such a disimpassioned world?
We're gonna start a social media campaign called Save Ska.
Yeah, and it's going to be led by Dolly Parton doing her first ever ska song.
Dolly
she
Parton
does
is
a-
in
Does
there.
everything.
She does a ska cover of "In the Arms of an Angel"
What?
to tug on the heartstrings.
Yeah.
Is that what that song is called?
Yeah. Now
It
I'm
also
going to
doubles as an adoption, animal adoption.
Morgan, 2d6 plus
PSA.
charm, but I'm going to give you a +1 because Dolly Parton is doing this.
6.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
So
Oh, no.
things are at a standstill. You're starting to like you've sent out like kind of the alternate film crews to start getting production shots, and you're starting to record different things, but the early buzz around this production is tepid at best. So maybe, just maybe, the quality of the film will save it. So apparently there's an issue during filming. And what is that issue?
Oh Nick Winkler got incinerated.
So Nick Winkler, full incinerated, gone from existence about halfway through.
Yeah.
What do you do about it?
Oh,
Well,
you make a
we
puppet.
already. Yeah, I was gonna say we already did the poster, so
Yeah.
we have to hire an expert puppet maker,
Yeah.
like Darby
You need
said.
an expert puppet maker to make a puppet. I'm gonna go with who suggested the puppet?
Darby.
Mhm.
Darby. All right, Darby, give me a 2d6 plus weird.
Oh,
8.
You know, this puppet ain't bad.
pretty good puppet.
Relatively convincing in the in the far shots.
We had to bring harps out of retirement for.
Yeah, you call Harper's Bazaar, you call all of the tailors and designers, and they put together a decent,
All of them.
all of them, every last one of them. This is a global effort now.
Even
Even
Weston
that guy who hates us. Yeah.
Yeah, Weston Investments coming
Loves
in from
ska.
the deep to take care of it. Dude loves ska. So with a partial success, the movie is not yet doomed. Probably the key to making this a palatable experience is an expert puppeteer. So who do you hire as an expert puppeteer?
Ooh.
My dad.
Do either of the Mr. Matherses have any expertise in puppetry?
No, it was nepotism.
Yeah, that happens. This is the problem with Hollywood. And you're in the boardroom, and you're looking at these resumes of these brilliant puppeteers, residencies in the great deserts of Las Vegas, and all of these different things. And then Mindy Mathers just slides a headshot, which is really just a blown up picture of Mr. Mathers' high school yearbook picture. Mindy, why don't you go ahead and give me a 2d6 plus charm -1, because Mr. Mathers is not a capable actor nor a puppeteer.
Okay. That's not bad. 6. I know it's still a failure, but with my charm, it had the potential to go into the negatives on that
Yes,
one. So
yes.
that's actually not bad.
Considering that this is Mr. Mathers' first Hollywood role, he hits his marks. He shows up on time. He eats from the right catering table. Technically, he's non-union, so there's all kinds of filming stuff you got to deal with. The movie... I'm going to put it to you this way. The Begonias are going to win this inning. I want each of you to just give me each one of the particularly scathing sentences from the reviews you've read about ska time.
Oh.
ruins a dead genre.
So good.
New York Times front page.
Oh.
This movie is a cherry flopping daddy.
What?
No. Okay.
The puppetry work would have Nick Winkler rolling in his grave if he had one.
Oh.
Mr. Mathers is a disappointment.
Oh. From the other Mr. Mathers.
Oh,
He would never.
No.
He would never. He's a supportive husband.
Inning 8 is now an outing. Sunflowers 5, Begonias 4. The Begonias castle.
Wait, hold on. They scored 2?
3. 5 to 3.
Okay.
The
That's how
Begonias
bad we
castle looks like a massive tree house built atop a writhing maroon tree. What does your castle look like?
It's made out of sunflower seeds. Like the whole outside of it is like scales kind of, but they're sunflower seeds.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And all the cement is chewed up sunflower seeds, spit out and dried.
Yeah.
Old stuff.
Ooh.
You can't get that off.
It is a humble castle, but strong, you hope. And where in the castle do you keep your flag?
Underground.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
In the castle roots.
Underground amongst the roots.
Eleanor Clock is sitting on it.
Yep, she is. She's sitting on it, and she is holding. You don't know how she got a World War era submarine mine, but she's holding that too. I got it.
Yeah, we figured that the Begonias probably would never expect that we would leave the flag under one of our smallest players.
Yeah, hopefully that pays off. We'll see.
Yeah, it's like Stratego, where you put like a bunch of 2s and 3s around the flag.
Exactly. Like, I don't know where it is.
How many of you are sneaking towards the opposing castle?
I sneak.
I'm sneaking.
I'm
I'm a
creating a
good
distraction.
sneaker.
All right, let's start with Zlobs. Zlobs, you're creating a distraction. What do you want to do?
Well, I want to merge with Jort's Grendel.
All right. You merge into. Well, let's describe what happens after the merge. Zlobs, what does Zlort's Grundbin look like?
Oh, it's just it's Zlobs with just this big head, and he moves. It's like his arms along, like they're stuck there as it's coming towards you. It's definitely non-Euclidean, and it's just this deep booming voice. That's a meatball.
Zlortz, you're not in pain, but it looks to the outside world that you are in agony. Just because moving appears to be quite a challenge because, the proportions are all off now. So, yeah, you start kind of trundling as an amalgam.
Thank you.
Forward. Beck's Dyson sphere kind of raises up off the ground and starts kind of creating a fractal and looks down at you, and her stomach blanches so much that she just flies back to the castle. Morgan, Mindy, and Darby, the next roll any of you take is going to have a +1.
All right. So we're not merging, right?
I would like to not merge if you don't mind.
I don't
That
wanna
looks
merge.
horrible.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you said that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna try and cast some illusions to get us closer.
Yeah. All right. What do you want to do?
I want us to I want there to be a rock where there normally wouldn't be, so we can get really close, and all they just see is a rock.
All right. 2d6 plus weird.
A lot of rock magic.
I know. That's an 11. Yay.
This is remarkable rock magic.
Great.
That same rock, the one that was in the middle of that desert road, just kind of appears, big as the day is long, right in front of the castle. Alexis Clash, and let's see who's the starting pitcher for the Begonias these days. Let me find a cool name. Oh, I almost picked the name Candy Knife, but that's something that someone made. I see the name Serpico de Mambo, but that's not. That's a little too much.
It's good.
I'm for it.
Oh wow! You know what? I think we may need a fresh name. Richie Racetrack. That's fantastic.
Oh my god.
Richie Racetrack. I'll say they're the second pitcher on the team. So Richie Racetrack and Alexis Clash kind of pop up from the treehouse battlements and start kind of throwing grenades over, and they're blowing up in front of the rock. But you sure enough kind of run up and hide behind it, and it's giving you cover. Even though it's an illusion, the fact that it's in this shared hallucination somehow makes it real and solid. So you're kind of tucked up against it. They don't know where exactly you are, but you hear like the thunderous explosion of grenades slowly cracking through this rock.
Oh, we're going to have to move soon.
All right, what's next?
I'm going to find the location of the flag.
Gotcha. And how do you want to do that?
Mental intervention.
Of course, 2d6 plus weird, please.
8.
You can ask one question from either the investigate a mystery or read a bad situation list.
Where did it go?
It is in the tallest tower of the treehouse. The top of this tower has a kind of a cone on top of it that's a knit together collection of branches. You think that's the only way in is through those branches, unless you can maybe sneak through the tower itself.
I'm going to mental message Darby.
Mm-hmm.
Darby, come in, Darby.
Yep.
It's
Darby
in the
is
air,
here?
Darby. This
It's
one's
where?
on you. It's in the tallest tower. It's concealed by branches. It's really high. I think you're going to need to fly.
I'm on it. I've been playing defense with Spanky, making fake flags. She's been manifesting fake flags all over the place.
She's just constantly, she's like just like drawing on her skin and they start appearing. So you have kind of a bunch of them now.
Okay. I'm going to make my way up to the top of our castle and fly on over there. Mindy?
Yes.
Mindy? If you and Morgan and Zlobs could, and the rest of the team could keep
Did
distracting
someone
everyone.
say my name?
Yeah, keep drawing their attention, okay?
Okay, got it, boss.
A couple of the braver begonias have run out to like engage you with sword and shield, and you're just like swinging your big noodly but still rocky arm at them and like knocking them backwards like you're a piece of siege equipment. Yeah, Darby, you're climbing to the top of your tower and or the top of your castle, and you're gonna kind of get up into the sky and kind of sail over to theirs.
Yeah. So I'm
It's
gonna
be
go
a
like
long one.
yeah, and I want to go because they're gonna. I want to try to avoid them seeing me or like have them lose sight of me. So I'm gonna go as high as I can, and then kind of go over, and then come straight back down right on top of the tower.
I'm going to call that a tough roll because this is just pure endurance. You're also going to try to fly so high and so fast that they lose visual sight of you. So I'm going to put a -1 on it. 2d6 -1. 2d6 plus 2 -1.
That's a 10. Yeah.
I'll be
10.
darned. Nicely done. Okay, so you fly up into the sky like this big kind of parabolic arc. You kind of surround yourself in the cloud cover, which these are low, fluffy, almost cotton candy like clouds. The platonic ideal of what clouds should look like over like a hazy battlefield. And you kind of get up and you feel the mist and you kind of corkscrew down and take off like a shot, like an arrow shot straight down. And boom, you see the castle getting awfully big, awfully fast, and you slam your way right through the branches that create the canopy over the tallest tower. In there, well, let me tell you. Is the person who is the captain now of the Braintree Begonias. Iris Knason.
Iris.
She's standing there and she looks up and she takes the flag and kind of puts it against her shoulder and her shoulder kind of grows around it. Fairy wings out.
Angel
You're
wings
not getting
out.
this flag.
Oh, they're so cool.
Oh, jeez. I don't get to do this very often.
And she takes off into the sky.
This is so fun.
Yep. All right. So you and Iris the fairy are moving at lightning fast speed. Iris's skill is the fact that she is that they are one of the absolute fastest people in Blittle League. So the question, of course, is how the heck do you catch someone that's faster than you?
Oh, I turned into a net.
All right, Zlobs, you're a net. A giant net. So,
I'm sorry.
Darby,
I'm sorry. That's not my name.
Zlorts, you're a net. A big, deeply unsettling net.
I'm
So,
like a
yeah.
colander.
So Darby, yeah, you're flying. Iris is making like big banks and twists in the sky. You see that Zlorts is a giant net somewhere below you. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to I need to try to like push Iris toward the net. Okay. How far? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna yell toward Iris. Just yell, "Watch out! On your right!" So that hopefully Iris will bang to the left. I'm basically gonna try to trick Iris.
2d6 plus charm.
Oh boy. 9. Oh, that's better than I thought.
Gotcha. Partial success. So Iris does and starts banking to the right, but the issue is Iris is so far ahead that you have to expend a lot of energy kind of catching a current of wind and catching up. Precious seconds are going by. There is a great explosion under the Sunflower's castle.
Oh no.
Eleanor is
no.
no longer defending the flag.
Oh no.
Can I try to mental message Eleanor?
Yeah, 2d6 plus weird.
I usually don't have an easy time reading her mind. It's like a part of it is like staticky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I rolled a 4.
That's pretty good.
6 total.
Oh no.
Mindy,
Oh,
what
no.
color are your eyes?
Purple.
You start reaching out trying to find Eleanor. And you're looking and you're looking and you're looking. And you feel kind of like warmth in the psychic ether coming from this way. And you kind of turn your attention to it. And instead of seeing Eleanor through the haze, you instead see, taking up your entire field of vision, looking back at you, a pair of purple eyes. Alexis Clash now has the flag and is sprinting back towards her castle. Who's going next?
I guess I will.
All right, Morgan, what do you want to do? You see, to set context, Alexis is sprinting across the field of battle. Zlorts is now a giant colander-shaped net. Darby and Iris are engaging in a ballet in the sky. And Mindy is that way, but deeply troubled for some reason.
All right, I don't normally do this. I'm not going to play the defense. I'm going to send a lightning bolt straight for Iris.
All right. 2d6 plus weird.
I just got caught up in it. Oh, no. 5.
Oh no, poor Zlobs.
You who does the lightning bolt hit instead? Zlorts, Darby, or Mindy?
Sorry, Darby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darby, you're hit with the unmistakable feeling of a powerful lightning bolt from your dear friend Morgan. Iris takes off like a shot, loses you in the clouds. You start kind of spiraling back towards the ground. Zlorts is mercifully there, and makes the catch. So, Darby, you are still alive. You don't explode or anything.
See death
But-
again.
Yeah, no, once is plenty. You are spared the second death of the day. But Alexis makes it into her castle, starts sprinting up, and meets Iris on top. The canopy of branches that are covering the top tower open up. The two of them stand there and hold up the flags and put them together.
No.
Oh, the flags merge.
Inning 9, they do indeed. Inning 9 is now an outing. And though it was a close game, the Sunflowers hold on and win 5-4 on the road. The illusion dissipates. All of you are standing around the Braintree. Some sitting now. Your coaches run up with orange slices.
I
Thanks,
jump
Coach.
in. I jump in the container.
You do. It's icy cold.
Oh,
Thanks, Coach.
thanks, Coach.
How'd you do in there?
We kicked butt as usual.
Mm. But did you learn any important lessons?
Yes.
Nepotism is
did.
bad.
Nepotism is
Yeah.
bad. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Don't go against your nature just because you want to win the game.
Absolutely. Let your heart be your compass. That's terrific.
Don't do something just because Zlobs does it.
That is terrific advice. And though we all appreciate and love Zlobs
Yeah.
very deeply for the person he is and the person he will become, sometimes being your own person and not following Zlobs is the right move.
Mhm.
Trust each other.
Always. Sunflowers gather around. And all of you do. Sunflowers, we learned something very important. That was a tough game.
Mhm.
And we learned a lot of important lessons. But you know what? The most important lesson of all is this. Any game is a win if you learn something about yourself. Whether it's learning how to trust yourself, trust your own compass, trust yourself to be like Zlobs or not be like Zlobs, depending on the situation.
It's dangerous.
So long as you learn, you win. And it also helps when you actually win. So congratulations on winning twice, Sunflowers.
yeah,
Yeah.
we won past the max.
One
Thanks,
past
Coach.
the max.
On
Come on,
3,
guys.
win past the max. 1, 2, 3, win past the max. Let's go back in time a few minutes. For those outside the Braintree, it's the two coaches, actually, and the families sitting on the bleachers. What they see are the teams standing in a light mist under the Braintree.
Hold on. Isn't the coach for the Braintree the Braintree?
Yeah, fair point. The Braintree itself is looking down at all of this, occasionally kind of swapping notes with Coach Martinez. And from their perspective, from the Braintree's perspective and Coach Martinez's perspective, as well as the parents, which, by the way, this is a very hard game to cheer for because to everyone else, it just looks like a bunch of kids standing holding hands in a circle. And occasionally one of them passes out. And so they're just watching. And even though you don't need your equipment, everyone brings it just out of out of habit. So behind all of you are your duffel bags, your armor, your bats, and in Eleanor Clock's case, her backpack. At some point during the 9th inning, Darby reached out with her mind. Mindy reached out with her mind.
Are they merged?
And in that moment, from within the backpack, a couple bubbles of air floated up through the jar. We'll end it right there.
Whoa. What? The brain in a jar, brains in a tree.
Brain jar,
That's-
brain in the jar.
Jar
Jar has a brain, jar brain.
Brain jar.
jar
Brain
brains.
jar, brain.